You cannot fail if you try your best. So if you don't have the car you want, the woman you want, the relationship you want, the friends you want, the house you want, you haven't been trying your best. Because I guarantee you the second you do, you'll have all of it.
They wanted me to be fat and sad. I don't want to be a fucking dork. I don't want to be those things. I don't want to be like the people you're telling me I should be like. I want to be a superhero. I want to drive Bugattis and Lamborghinis and be big and strong and be able to fight and a bunch of money and a private jet and a yacht. I want to be Batman.
The man is so brutally simple. You wake up, you blame yourself for everything. You look in the mirror and you say, all of this shit is my fault. All of it. So how do I get it fixed? Nobody's gonna come fix it for you. Nobody gives a shit about it. You have to give a shit about yourself. It's down to you and you alone, because nobody else is waking up each day thinking of how they can get you to have more money and you to have a nicer life. You're too busy worried about yourself. You need to fall in love with being happy with yourself for how hard you dedicate yourself to a task. That needs to be more satisfying to you than relax. Relaxing is probably the most boring thing you can possibly say for me to do. Say, Andrew, do you want to go relax? I say, well, you're scared of the wall. That sounds terrible. Nothing is worse than relaxing. I don't want to relax. I want to work. That's all I want to do is work. Because if I work and I achieve things, I feel good inside. I got something done. I feel good. I feel happy. If I just relax, nothing's been achieved, so I don't see the point of it. It doesn't even relax me. In fact, it makes me very anxious. Money is easy. Women are easy. The life you want is easy. All you have to do is fall in love with the work. If you fall in love with the work, fall in love with being good at doing your work, getting it done, never missing a day, and you're going to pull it off. And you're going to realize it wasn't actually that difficult. All it took was consistency and constant effort. Never being lazy, doing everything I'm supposed to do properly. It's amazing what you can achieve if you never give up. My saying, unmatched perspicacity and sheer indefatigability. That point is important. Sheer indefatigability. Inability to become fatigued. If you never quit, if you never give up, if you never give in, you're going to get exactly what you wanted. All you had to do is not be a fucking coward, and you still failed. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't care about excuses. God doesn't care about excuses. And the winners who went through the exact same things you're going through, who didn't quit, don't care about excuses. There are winners and losers in the world. You are either a winner who dedicates himself, never gives up, continues to learn, does everything he knows he needs to do regardless of how he feels, or you're a loser who makes excuses and you stay invisible for the rest of human time. Make a choice.
You cannot force yourself to train when you do not want to train. If you cannot force yourself to work when you don't want to work, or force yourself to eat right, how can you possibly ever become a monumentally successful person if you cannot control yourself long enough to do what must be done as opposed to what you feel like doing?
To give you all a self-accountability test. 2025 is over 30% complete. You remember New Year's Eve like yesterday, and you remember thinking, this is going to be my year, I'm going to get so much done. And if you're honest with yourself, you're sitting in the same room, with the same girl, the same car, living the same fucking life. You're about to waste another entire year. Ask yourself this question. If you are not going to completely blame yourself for this lack of action and this lack of monumental success, then who else are you going to blame? The second you decide it is 100% your fault and your responsibility to change and fix everything is the second things will start to get better.
We still do it to this day in this house. Tristan's bigger than me. He's 10 kilo bigger than me. 6'4". I'm 6'3". He'll bench 160, 170 kilo. I can only bench like 150 kilo. He'll call me a for 3 hours. Like, that's just how we are. So I have to get up and try again. We push each other in that way. Shame each other to excellence almost.
You went to the boxing gym and you didn't get knocked out. You didn't learn to keep your hands up. If you started a business and you didn't fail, if you didn't lose all of your money, you didn't learn how important cash flow was. Failure is the lesson. We're never going to slow down. We're never going to analyze. We're never going to be careful. We're just going to continue full steam ahead, doing it wrong until we fail and God teaches us the hardest, harshest possible lesson. That's how humans are. And therefore, yes, it's important to fail because that is how you learn.
I understand very, very well heartbreak. Every man does. But how you use that energy is the differentiator between humans. If I was heartbroken, I'd be in the gym every morning. I'd be a beast. I'd be running. I'd be working. I couldn't sleep. You're heartbroken, and what are you doing? Jerking off. You're wasting your fucking life. And by the time you finally realize I'm right, you're gonna be too old for anyone to give a shit.
Let me tell you a secret about the universe. Everybody always says, if you tried your best, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter if you lose if you tried your best. But there is a secret to the universe that most don't know. If you actually try your best, you can't lose. Not pretend to try your best. Not try your best 90% of the time. Not try your best with excuses. If you genuinely try your best all of the time, all day, every day, it's impossible.
When you tolerate something, you're admitting you deserve it. Do you understand how it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy? If he knew in his heart he deserved better, he was adamant, he would have no problem leaving because he knows he can do better. Perhaps he's thinking maybe I can't do better. Maybe this is all I deserve. You're gonna get exactly what you deserve in life. From women, from masculine friendship, financially, luck. You get the luck. If you try your very best in all things, you pray, and you're really thankful to God, you say thank you all the time, you start to become very lucky. Lucky things start to happen.
Listen, let me tell you a secret about women. The day you're feeling pain, and the day something bad has happened to you, and you go to a woman, you know what she'll do? She'll stand there, straight face. She won't cry. She'll just be like, oh, well, you'll be okay. She won't show an ounce of empathy or an ounce of emotion, because she doesn't give a fuck. So if they're not going to cry for your struggle, and you know them, when you're talking to a woman and she starts crying, just know she is trying to fool you. It's all a lie.
He'll do it to this day in this house. Tristan's bigger than me. He's 10 kilo bigger than me. 6'4". I'm 6'3". He'll bench 160, 170 kilo. I can only bench like 150 kilo. He'll call me a for 3 hours. Like, that's just how we are. So I have to get up and try again. We push each other in that way. Shame each other to excellence almost.
Stand up! Everyone is making fun of you. And the only possible revenge is success. It should be all you think about. It should be all you do. It doesn't matter who the president is. Nobody's coming. No one's gonna save you. You need to do it. Yourself. Just you. By yourself. Get up and do it. Otherwise, they're going to be right. I've never seen somebody who is determined in their heart to get something not get it. I've never seen someone wake up and say, nah, this is all I care about. This is all I want. Not get it. Everyone who thought that way in fighting was a world champion. Everyone who thought that way about money was rich. I've never seen anyone fail. I've seen people with no credit score and no job determined to get an R8 manage to get one on finance somehow. I've seen it. If it's all you want, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna find a way to
You're gonna find a way.